6 o'clock. Well, it's a bit after 6 because we got up at 6. Look, I've got Pauline trousers on today. You see? I've got Lizzie and James. What do you reckon? Pauline was the model for these. Oh, it's going to be a hot one today. Look at that sun over there. Whew. My lungs don't feel like they're firing on all of the cylinders today. But luckily, James, show them the backpack.
Backpack, bum bag.
Oh yeah. James brings the rainbow bum bag, which has got my inhaler in it, if we need it. But I think I'm all right. It's not an IFAC. Oh, it's hot. I've just seen a lady walking a dog with a coat on though. She's got a coat on as well, so. Right, let's go back. Oh, look at the sunshine. He's now coming up to make us hot all day. I hope those people don't think I'm filming in their windows. We're on our way again. This time we're walking Lizzie to meet her friend. We just had to leg it. I put Doug in the house so he wouldn't follow us, and then by the time we'd made it out the front door, he'd already got back over the wall and was on his way to find us. So we had to run so he couldn't see us. Right, let's go and drop Lizzie off. We might see some pants. We're around the back of our house and I've just spotted neighbourhood watch on the wall. Well, he might have gone actually, but if he's there I've got to try and film him without him seeing me. I think he's just ducked down because he gets scared. Oh no, Lillian's... I've zoomed right in on neighbourhood watch. That's Ian on our wall. The back of our house. Oh dear. Yes, good boy. I always like to come straight back round when I've seen him on the wall to make sure he didn't follow us. And there he is. Ian! He normally talks to me on the wall. Let's zoom in on his wonderful face. Hello? Hey, you gonna come in? He'll follow us in now. Oh, he's lovely. Oh, he's handsome, isn't he? Come on. Woohoo! Here he is. Oh, Ian. Morning to Pam. We don't see a lot of Pam, do we? She likes to keep herself to herself. But she's always around. She's lovely, aren't you? You're getting old now as well, aren't you? I think she's about 11 now. I'm going to see my friend tomorrow and I'm going to take a cake and I'm going to make one out of this book, All Things Sweet by Rachel Allen. Oh, cooker. I borrowed this from the library and I've got my own copy now because I love it so much. I'm going to be making this quick crumble cake. Quick cinnamon crumble cake. But I'm making mine in a round tin. Oh, I'll show you the results in a minute. Don't look very nice, does it? But I can assure you it is. It's a mixture of butter, oats, brown sugar and cinnamon. And this is the crumble mix. And you just have to make the cake. And then before you put the cake in the oven, I think... Yeah, you do. You tip this on the top, so you have a cake with a crumble on the top. It's so lovely. Right, I've got to make the cake now. You have to make this first and put it to one side whilst you make the cake. Ooh. There. They're now going to go in. I've made 2. I was jealous. So I've made one to keep in our house as well. Right, I've got to put them in the oven. The cakes are ready. Oh, they're nice. Well, yeah, I do know they're nice. You'll see why in a minute. So this is the one that's going to my friend. And this is our one. Now, the problem with this cake is, well, it's not a problem, but it's got a lot of butter in it. And it's this crumble. Can you listen? Listen. The crumble has got a lot of butter in it. So when you take it out of the oven to check it, you don't know whether it's still, the cake mixture is still wet, or if it's just the butter from the crumble. Because it's not like this, it has to sit for a little while first. It's a bit like lemon drip drizzle cake. You know they're always best on the, like, day 3 when it's hardened up a bit. Well, that's what I think anyway. Anyway, you don't know whether the inside is cooked, even if you stick a knife in to check. So I had no option other than to get the fork out and eat the middle. And I can confirm it's cooked. But that's a nice one. That's going to my friend. It's been a hot day. I've been bag making for most of the day. So I haven't filmed very much, so this is going to be it, I'm afraid. I'm going on the bus tomorrow. The last time I went on a bus was last year when me and Lizzie went to Ely, and then our train got cancelled, so we had to catch a bus. But I've never actually... no, I have. Of course I have, but it's been a long time since I've been on a bus. Like, I've caught a bus to somewhere. Years and years and years. So I'm quite looking forward to it. And then James is going to pick me up after he's finished work, because he's working close to where my friend lives. I'm looking forward to seeing her. Oh, I've had a few people suggest that I get a collar for Doug, but that will not work for him for a couple of reasons. Number one, I know you can get ones that come off quickly, but I would be very scared, as the way he gets back over the wall after he's been in is... Oh, it's Pam. Hello. She comes from nowhere. She just comes running through like a bullet out of a gun. Yeah, he climbs a wall, and then he goes through trees as well to get over the wall. And I'd be so worried, even if he had a clip off one, about him getting caught. And the second reason is, do you remember I told you that a few years ago he moved into the flats for the summer? He had a tent round there and everything. I went round there and caught him eating a bowl of food, which consisted of biscuits, wet food and Dreamies. And I've had to have him on wet food ever since, because that was the only way I could get him to come back home and live here. But anyway, one of the people over there who took him put a collar on him, and he come running home petrified and went and hid upstairs. So now he's such an old man, and that was a few years ago as well, when he was a youngster. I just don't think he'd tolerate it. I think I've sorted it out now anyway by talking to that woman. If anything else happens, I am going to get some pictures of him printed to put in the window to tell everybody to just leave him alone. But it's been all right the last few days, apart from people having to slam their brakes on and beat their horns at him when he lays in the middle of the road. It's been all right. There's one boy who he said he stopped his car the other day, moved him out of the road, and by the time he'd got back in his car, he'd got back in the middle of the road and laid down again. I think he just really likes the heat of it, because when it's not so warm, he likes to sleep on James's car when he gets home from work. I think he just really likes the heat. Pam's looking at him now. Yeah, so that boy who keeps having to stop, he started knocking on the door now for me to get him to, like, to take him in, just to get him out of his way. Tomorrow I'm going to be packaging up bags and I'm going to take the cake to my friend on the bus. I think the children are going round my mum's for tea. They usually do on a Friday, but we'll see. Oh, someone asked me what sort of watch I've got. And it's the cheapest one you can get on Amazon. I don't know what the brand is. It does what I wanted it to do, so that's the one I picked. And it does a few things that James's one, which cost a bit more money, doesn't. Yeah, it does few things that his one doesn't do. Like it takes your blood pressure and your oxygen saturations, if you ever want to know them. Pam! Can't see you. Right, I know the lighting is terrible, by the way. But you don't expect anything more, do you? I think my hair's still wet. I put it straight up this morning after I'd had a shower. It is, it's still wet. I'm going to go running again in the morning at 6 o'clock. The aches and pains that I've had over the first few days, they've gone. So that's good. I must be getting used to it. I'm looking forward to when I can go a bit further though. But at the minute, I've got to get back to get Lizzie to school, and it's too hot to go any later. And at the weekend, it's going to be like 31. Oh, I know that doesn't seem hot compared to some of you lot who live in countries where they have like very high temperatures, but we're not geared up for it in this country and we're not used to it. So I personally overreact. So yeah, I will be going out very early at the weekend as well to run. Thank you to everybody who has sponsored me, by the way, again. I'm quite enjoying it, you know. Of course, I already had 2 runs in the bag. Today is day 7, isn't it? So that means I've been running 9 days on the trot now. On the trot. Do you know what that means? Do you? It means like in a row. I don't know what that comes from. In our house, in like my nan's house, I get it from her. The trots. Do you know what the trots are? The trots is when you've got like an upset belly. You have to keep going to the toilet. Got the trots. I remember. No, I'm not going to tell you that story. Right, I think I'd better be off. I'll see you in the morning, bright and early. Oh, Lizzie had a lovely first day at school, by the way. She's really pleased. She's got her favourite... Hang on, I'm going to cough. She's got her favourite teacher again for English, and she's very happy. Right, see you in the morning. Bye. I'm still here. I thought I'd just better confirm it is definitely cooked. And it is. Oh, I can't leave it alone now. These bits here, look, they just crumble off like that. And they're so lovely. I think I need to put it in a tin, but it's not cool enough yet. Oh, I've looked hang on, I'll turn around. I've looked to see if you can get the recipe online. I can't find it. But there is another Rachel Allen crumble cake, and it's a chocolate crumble cake. But not this one. I've made this one a few times now. Me and Lizzie made it the other weekend. Right, I really am going now. I want to go and have a cup of tea and read my book in the garden before it gets dark. See you later. See you tomorrow.